what do you and Noah most commonly argue about?
Ooh.
There are some pretty freaking heated arguments that we've gone into. I'm not gonna
I think me and you don't argue a lot because I think that we're both on the same page about what we have to do. Sometimes, things come up that we may not agree with, but we always make it work.
Exactly.
But there's been some heated arguments in the past, and I would say more so recently.
Definitely recently with this move to LA and how everything, like I said, the timing of things is just crazy.
Yeah.
But the one that I could remember is at Tommy and Adapt's house. Is that what you're going to talk about?
I was literally going to say
Oh my God. Okay, so we're just going to break this down as fast as we can.
Wow, okay.
But this is pretty, like, I just want you guys to know that if you have a best friend, like, if you guys argue, it's normal, and you guys have to just be on the right path and be on the same page. So this is a really, really tough situation that Noah and I got put into, and pretty much Noah has been working for me for like 2.5 years.
Yep.
And he actually drove down to San Diego from LA for 2 years every other day, which will take a toll on your mental health.
Definitely.
1,000%.
Definitely.
I always used to question it too. I was like, Noah, how do you do this?
And to begin with, like, starting off, I was just so dedicated, not to say that I'm not now, but like, I was just so passionate about what we were doing, and I knew we had something good, and like, I always knew that this was gonna turn out to be something crazy, and like, we're gonna be friends forever because you're literally the same person as me.
Yeah, we're the same.
We're built the same. We have the same mindset. We're just
personalities.
You're my brother. So at the end of the day, I was like, why would I not want to drive 2 hours there, 2 hours back, no matter what, every day to just put in the work and grind?
Put yourself in that position.
Definitely.
That's dedication.
There's not a lot of people out there that will do that because they're not grinders. They just want to sit and let things happen. But
they want to get it handed to them.
In reality, you got to put in the work.
Yeah. So pretty much, Noah got to a point where he's like, yo, like, I don't want to drive to San Diego anymore. I'm sick of it, and I want to move back to LA. And this is before I wanted to move to LA. I'm like this homebody. I'm comfortable at home, and I'm like, yo, like, so what happens then? Like, are you not my cameraman anymore?
And the situation that we were trying to figure out was, like, I was so adamant about still working with you, but I was still on the edge of it because my mental health and my happiness was just so in a different place that I didn't want to drive anywhere.
I can't imagine.
I didn't want to drive to San Diego anymore, but I also still wanted to work with you, and like, it was so hard to make it work.
And that's how I felt. It's like, I didn't want to move to LA, but I still wanted you to work for me because if you moved back to LA and I stayed in San Diego, let's be honest, like, the friendship would kind of like go away.
It would drift away because
it would drift away.
We would not see each other on a daily basis. It would not be the same.
So a lot of people know me as like someone that doesn't really have a lot of friends because I was all about family, and I still am, but I didn't have friends in San Diego. So Noah always coming to San Diego, I was like, yo, I found a best friend that's real and genuine and literally the bestest friend.
My God.
I sound like a kid. No, I love you too, but like, so when that happened, him and I were like, yo, so like, what the is this the end of Faze, Rug, and Simplistic? Is this the end of Brian and Noah? Like, we're the dynamic duo. And imagine this, like, you live in San Diego for 24 years, and the only way that we could keep this friendship is if I got out of my comfort zone and moved to LA. And I'm not gonna lie, that is the main reason why I moved to LA, was to literally stick with this guy. And that
means a lot.
No, of course, bro. Like, this is like crazy to me because everyone knows me. I never wanted to move out of San Diego. Anyone that would bring up LA, I'm like, no. Like, no, I'm not moving to LA. But then I sat for like a week and thought about it, and I'm like, yo, let me put myself in Noah's shoes for once. He drives down 2 hours every other day, and I'm like, yo, like, I'm not some like hot shot that I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just get rid of Noah and find another.
And you could have been that guy.
I could have.
And the thing is, like, this whole process, I always looked for your best intentions. I never wanted you to, do something you didn't want to do. But in my head, I was like, bro, you've done so much in San Diego. Obviously, you're comfortable there, but you need change sometimes.
Yeah, and
I think anyone does. I feel like when you move out of somewhere you're not comfortable, I wanted to be there for you every step of the way if you did move to LA. When you finally made the decision to move to LA, I was super happy, and I was going to be there for you because I knew how much it was going to take on you.
Of course. Thank you, bro.